In this module, we will cover security and risk management, an essential domain of the CISSP certification. This area focuses on establishing and governing the security posture of an organization to ensure it is protected against various threats. We'll explore the principles governing security, the role of risk management, and how both contribute to maintaining a robust cybersecurity framework. By understanding these concepts, you'll be better equipped to devise, implement, and manage effective security policies and procedures. Let's dive in. In this section, we'll focus on evaluating and applying security governance principles. Governance in cybersecurity is paramount. It lays the groundwork for the policies, procedures, and controls that protect an organization's information systems. Understanding key governance principles helps ensure that cybersecurity measures are not only effective, but also aligned with broader organizational objectives. This alignment ultimately supports the business strategy while managing risk appropriately. On this slide, we'll focus on two key governance principles: accountability and transparency. Accountability refers to the responsibility individuals or groups have for their actions within an organization. This principle is vital because it ensures that everyone adheres closely to the established policies and security measures. By holding individuals accountable, organizations can enforce a culture of compliance and responsibility. Next, we have transparency. This involves clear and open communication within the organization and with external stakeholders. Transparency is important as it builds trust in security processes, making all parties involved more confident in the system's reliability and integrity. Both of these principles are fundamental in creating a robust security governance framework, ensuring that policies are not only followed, but also clearly communicated and understood. Independence and ethics are two fundamental aspects of effective governance. Independence in decision-making ensures that choices are made free from bias and undue influence. This often involves a clear separation of duties, which helps maintain objectivity and prevents conflicts of interest. Ethics, on the other hand, revolves around integrity and adherence to ethical standards. This means conducting actions honestly and upholding principles that foster trust and fairness within the organization. By maintaining both independence and ethical conduct, organizations can strengthen their governance frameworks, ensuring decisions are fair and merit-based while maintaining public trust. Strategic alignment is about ensuring that your security strategy is in sync with your business objectives. By doing this, you support the overall goals of the organization and make sure that your security efforts are not only protective, but also add value. Aligning security with business objectives helps in identifying key areas where security measures can impact and support the business positively, fostering a secure and resilient operational environment. This approach ensures that security initiatives are prioritized based on their importance to the business, enhancing both efficiency and effectiveness. On this slide, we'll explore risk management frameworks, specifically focusing on the NIST RMF. The NIST Risk Management Framework is designed to help organizations assess and manage risks. It's a structured approach that involves a risk assessment and management cycle, ensuring continuous monitoring and improvement. Here we have two example commands for implementing the NIST RMF. The first command, Python 3 NIST risk assess.py input risk data.json, runs a risk assessment script using a given JSON file containing risk data. The second command, NIST framework tool evaluate.impact level high, evaluates the risks with a specific focus on high impact level threats. These tools and processes form the backbone of an effective risk management strategy, helping you address potential threats proactively while aligning with your business objectives. The COBIT framework, also known as Control Objectives for Information and Related Technologies, plays a vital role in aligning IT operations with overarching business goals. This framework not only helps ensure that IT processes are effective, but also facilitates the evaluation and management of IT-related risks, enhancing overall organizational performance. By leveraging COBIT, companies can improve their governance and management of enterprise IT, setting a clear path toward achieving strategic objectives. This slide introduces ISO IEC 27001, a standard set for Information Security Management Systems, or ISMS. This standard provides specific guidelines and requirements to help organizations manage and protect their information assets. For instance, ISO IEC 27001 can be used to implement various security controls, ensuring that any potential risks are identified and mitigated effectively. Additionally, it guides organizations in conducting regular audits, ensuring continued compliance and improvement in their information security practices. Understanding and applying ISO IEC 27001 can greatly enhance your organization's security posture, making sure that your IT processes are not only aligned with business goals, but also fortified against threats. On this slide, we focus on effective governance practices. A key part of this is policy development. To create a robust security framework, it's vital to establish clear and comprehensive policies. These guidelines need to be easy to understand and implement across your organization. Additionally, procedures should be regularly updated to reflect evolving risks and new regulatory requirements. For example, having a well-defined incident response plan can help your organization quickly address and mitigate potential security breaches. Similarly, a thorough data protection policy ensures that sensitive information is handled according to best practices, safeguarding your data against unauthorized access. By developing and maintaining these policies, you can create a strong foundation for your information security management system. In this module, we will be focusing on compliance requirements. Organizations today operate within a framework of regulations such as GDPR, HIPAA, and SOX, which have significant impacts on governance processes. These regulations require not only adherence to legal standards, but also foster a culture of accountability and transparency within the organization. By ensuring compliance, organizations can effectively mitigate the risk of legal penalties and maintain their reputation. Compliance serves as the backbone for developing robust governance structures that consistently meet statutory obligations. Now let's move on to the aspect of monitoring and continuous improvement in governance. It's essential to regularly assess and evaluate your governance practices to ensure they are effective. This includes ongoing assessments and making continuous adaptations to counter new threats as they emerge. To illustrate, you should perform regular evaluations using commands like governance monitor, audit, frequency monthly. This command schedules a monthly audit that can help you keep track of your governance practices consistently. Similarly, you can check compliance with specific regulations like GDPR using a command such as compliance check regidpr-report compliance report.txt. This helps in generating detailed reports about your compliance status, which can be crucial for making necessary adjustments. By maintaining a cycle of monitoring and continuous improvement, you can not only stay compliant, but also enhance the effectiveness of your governance strategies over time. On this slide, we'll be exploring questions and real-world scenarios. First, let's discuss how to handle a governance failure. It's often a challenging situation, but having an actionable plan can mitigate damage and aid in recovery. Identify the root cause, communicate transparently with stakeholders, and implement corrective actions swiftly. Next, we'll look at steps to improve governance in a new company. Begin with a thorough assessment of the current governance framework. From there, develop a plan that aligns with the company's objectives and complies with industry standards. Regular training and audits, as mentioned with the example commands like governance monitor, audit, frequency monthly, and compliance check, regulation GDPR, report compliance report.txt, are essential to maintain high governance standards and adaptation to emerging threats. Feel free to share any specific questions or real-world scenarios you might have encountered to further enrich this discussion. In this summary, let's highlight the essential points for an effective governance strategy. First, remember the importance of governance in maintaining robust security practices. Effective governance ensures your security measures align well with your overall business objectives, fostering a cohesive approach to both security and business operations. Key to success is continuous improvement and regular compliance checks, which help adapt to evolving threats and regulations. This comprehensive approach to governance solidifies your organization's security posture while supporting its strategic goals. As we move forward, let's focus on the next steps you can take to deepen your understanding and improve your security governance framework. Begin by exploring further reading materials such as the NIST RMF documentation and the ISO/IEC 27001 guidelines. These resources will provide comprehensive insights and methodologies for effective security management. In terms of practice, it's essential to conduct regular audits and policy reviews. These activities help ensure that your security measures remain up to date and aligned with both regulatory requirements and your organization's evolving needs. By integrating these practices into your routine, you can maintain continuous improvement and compliance. On this slide, we have a list of references and sources that will be key for further understanding and implementing the concepts covered in this course. Firstly, we have the NIST Special Publication 837, which provides comprehensive guidelines on the risk management framework. Next, the ISO/IEC 27001-2013 standard offers internationally accepted standards for information security management. Additionally, the CISSP Study Guide is listed as an essential resource for those pursuing a deeper understanding of cybersecurity best practices. Finally, governance, risk, and compliance tools are mentioned to aid in practical application and ongoing management of security measures within your organization. These references will be invaluable as you continue to develop and refine your risk management strategies.